Our next speaker is Lily Tanner. Lily is an undergraduate student at Hood College studying early childhood education. Her desire to see children and families thrive has led her to understand the importance of and availability of clean water for all. Please welcome to the TEDx Hood College stage, Lily Tanner.
Everything is possible, the impossible just takes longer. Dan Brown. Water is a weapon of mass destruction. Contaminated water has claimed the lives of more people than all forms of violence. Just today, 1,000 children under the age of 5 will die and are affected by water-related illnesses. Each year, 3.4 million people die from the water-borne diseases. We are the people that can change it. It is up to all of us to spread awareness and education on the global water crisis. The Thirst Project is an organization that uses young adults to help end the water crisis. Just 12 years ago, Seth Maxwell and a group of his friends created the Water Crisis Thirst Project. Every year, the Kingdom of Eswatini suffers from water-borne diseases. The Kingdom of Eswatini is made up of 1.3 million people in a small country located in the South Africa region. 70% of people in Eswatini are affected by poverty and unemployment. Currently, 785 million people on our planet today do not have access to clean water. A person only needs 5 gallons of water each day to survive, but the average American uses over 150 each day. Just imagine using 5 gallons for everything you do in a day. For people in different countries just like Eswatini, the average adult and child between the ages of 8 and 13 have to walk 4 to 8 hours a day to collect water from small contaminated water sources that are always affected mainly with animal waste. Different diseases like cholera, schistosomiasis affect so many people each year. With the death rates of over 80% each year, the Kingdom of Eswatini has become the Thirst Project's main goal. In 2012, the Thirst Project has dedicated their time and money from young different fundraisers to provide the Kingdom of Eswatini with clean water by 2022. Now, this has been put on hold for a little bit because of COVID-19, but the Thirst Project is still on the run to give the entire nation of Eswatini clean water for the rest of their lives. In May of 2020, I graduated from high school in North Carolina, and just over 4 years ago, learned about the Thirst Project. Immediately after I learned about it, I knew it was my goal to help end the water crisis. After a Key Club event, I was on the phone with my advisor, scrambling to figure out what we, as a 25-person club with a school of just under 300 people, could do in such a short amount of time. In just over 2 weeks, my school was able to raise over $5,000 from a penny war. We invited 2 interns from the Thirst Project to come in and speak to all of our students, lower school through high school. In July of 2019, I was invited to the first ever Legacy Summit hosted by the Thirst Project in California. Students across the world, their teachers, their advisors, parents, we were all gathered together to share our ideas and our personal stories on how we can help end the water crisis. While we were there, we met one woman named Gab Sile. Her nickname is Happiness. She has been greatly impacted by the global water crisis. Her and her family were unable to grow food due to their lack of water. Throughout everything, happiness was the most joyful and happiest person at the summit. Later in the evening, we had a conversation, and I just knew then I was determined to help with Eswatini. She was the realization that I had, and just so many different people to help with the water crisis. We all were able to share our stories and continue helping everyone. So people must carry this 5-gallon jerry can around with them to collect water. When that is completely full with water, it weighs up to 44 pounds. And often, children are the ones collecting water. They have to carry it on their head, on their backs, whatever they can do. And a lot of times, children suffer from spinal and pelvic deformities due to carrying this for more than 4 hours, every single day. Women who are in charge of the household have to also go collect water, and a lot of the times, unfortunately, pregnant women experience spontaneous miscarriages. Because of the lack of clean water, children are unable to attend school and gain an education, and women are unable to gain a job and provide for their families. Out of everyone in Eswatini, we have almost completed half of the country by giving them clean water. When families have access to clean water, so many things are changed. The economy, education, health and sanitation, and hygiene are all fixed. Without clean water, families cannot survive. One of Happiness's neighbors, Sapile, she was forced to collect water for her family from a small, almost dried up watering hole for 4 hours each day. One of her cousins was 5 years old when he suffered from schistosomiasis. It created open sores all over his body and caused him to urinate blood. So many young children suffer from this disease as well as adults. Spapile was able to afford and gain access to water due to the Thirst Project. The Thirst Project has created over 3,000 wells, serving over 500,000 people. Just in Eswatini, 300 wells have been built, serving over 200,000 people. With the help of young students and adults, we are able to spread the awareness and education on the global water crisis. When building a well, each team goes out to the community and finds the best spot for groundwater. Groundwater is naturally protected from parasites and bacteria. Freshwater wells are the best sustainable solution to clean water. Once a well is built, that entire community is actually able to contain clean water. When I was younger, I never really thought I was able to help as many people as I have. And educating people pulls them all into the Thirst Project, and there are so many other amazing projects that help end the global water crisis. To end, I want to leave you with this thought. Although 2/3 of our planet is formed with water, water is still unattainable. Jobs and different education programs are unable to be complete due to this. The water crisis is the most pervasive, severe, invisible dimension of our ecological problem on Earth. Students and children are now able to gain an education. Women are able to provide for their families before they were able to just collect water every day. Now, these problems are now turning people into empowering people that can collect and survive every single day. Water is a part of every aspect of your life, no matter if it is just drinking, cooking, gardening. it is always important to have clean water, and it impacts every aspect of life. Clean water does not mean just a well. It means life. Give water, give life. Thank you.